So I'm going to censor this out. It's a nude picture of me. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot of editing here.
Editing?
It's nasty as I know, it's disgusting.
Why would you even do that in the first place? Ian, I'm not sure if I'm wrong here, but that would be considered illegal, right? This, especially without my consent. And I remembered he said in my email that I liked it, right? I mean, I swear, whenever I get my phone repaired, hopefully, my mother and I, we've been doing our best to hang in there. And my mother, she's been struggling to feed her pups and herself. My mother, like, her middle-aged brown heart, she's working so, how to say this once again, fucking hard, right? And for Ian to actually go this far just to do something like this, it's really fascinating in a freaky way that he would do this. Yeah, let me continue for the next one. I want y'all to basically hear maybe like 10 more seconds off of this.
And it's a nude picture of one of the Loud siblings, which is called Loud House.
Well, there's proof right there. That's not the only thing, by the way. Ian, you sent me a picture of you flaccid. Why? You know, I'm not this cold-hearted person. Like, if I could do something about this, you know, basically, I don't, not like to court or something, maybe him going to jail or something, I don't know, right? I'm not in control of the law. I don't want to be, because I want to get involved in any of that stuff, okay? From, like, whatever people online may see this, I don't know, okay? I don't know, even though I guess you could say that, Deon, you are a victim, right? But, like, you don't want to be seen as a victim. No, you know, because you don't deserve any of this. I like to talk to myself, because if I look back on these videos, Deon, you're still hanging in there. Period. Give yourself a pat on the left shoulder. If you can hear it. But, yeah, literally, I can't believe this is what he looks like. I'm shocked. So, this is the boy. He's 20, by the way. Zab didn't say that. Someone else in my other previous live streams several days back literally said his age. He definitely looks 20, I think. Either that, his behaviors, it's too much. And Ian, I'm shocked. And what the odd thing is, he's shirtless in his rant. As much as I've done my videos, I never go shirtless. I like to keep myself covered. You know, if I was, I hate bringing religion to this. If I was a Muslim myself, I would never show any skin, right? Maybe this is probably why I respect Muslims for some odd reason. I don't know, okay? Maybe hey Link, the mall just opened up in our store and they're having a 30% off sale. Need any new supplies for work? I could use more ballpoint pens and maybe a posing doll. Alright, so if I pick up this stuff for you, you gotta give my, you know what, a good looking. Psst. I do that for free in heartbeat. Cool. I can't believe I just read that. Sorry, I was doing mostly Lucy's impression, right? And then I did my best for Lincoln. And I have to say, whoever did design Lincoln as, I think, a college boy, I gotta admit, I feel guilty of this. He does look hot. As, you know, a grown-up college boy. You know, because he kind of gives me, like, 19-year-old vibes. Right? I don't know. There was like a boy out there that would kind of just like him. Well, not exactly, but you know, having emo type hair or whatever, I think that'd be pretty hot. And then for Lucy working at some Hot Topic shop because they're supposed to be adults. This is cool and all, but not like this. So there is a YouTuber named CAMG that basically must have did this work way before I did, right? Or way before, right? That went viral. Definitely look up his channel because he goes in depth of the incest, rape, and the other stuff that I forgot what it was that kind of involves with this. And the reason why I want to talk about the Loudcest, and that was Ian Russell, that you basically have audio witnessed in the beginning that had sexually harassed me and all. Also, I do have an officer that is well, I'm sure she's gonna be doing the best that she can. Zelda, right? Dang, you forgot her other name, right? I'm not sure where she's from, but I know she probably wants to keep that private. She's an officer, right? And she's been really supportive. They even wanted to ask to give me a hug and whatnot, right? If she could, which is awesome of her. Honestly, I never had an officer that is that sweet, right? Because you know how they're on their badge and uniforms. They had to do a serious job, right? So, I thought I could actually. She must have seen one of my comments on those police videos because I like watching a ton of them. And also for anyone that does play Roblox, I definitely highly suggest that you stop using it because Schlep, right, who actually went viral, that basically arrested 6 predators and whatnot, along with Jay. I like to call his name on that, named Jay Deon, right? They basically have been mistreated or threatened to get sued or something because they wanted to stop child predators, right? And oh my goodness, especially it kind of reminded me of how I got mistreated on a porn site. Just to talk about my fetishes, and I don't want to talk about it. I'll talk about another topic. I'm sorry for being off topic. And it's 9:59 right now, the 15th of August on a Friday. And since most of my viewers want me to talk about the Loudcest, and of course Ian, which is why I showed him at the beginning, that is basically who he is. He originates in Springfield, Illinois, right? At least if I recall. So for my viewers in Illinois, I'm so sorry you had to hear about this, right? Especially my viewer named Mason. He lives in Chicago. Okay, a really, really sweetheart. He is. I'm a really private person, FYI, that works at a gym. Okay? I'm appalled of what Ian Russell has acted, not only towards me, but basically toward the Loudcest community. And I did my best to screenshot all of this. This is probably the plain version because I'm not in the mental mood to edit all of this. It's just too much work, right? I know I'm not good at, again, the fancy voice editing or whatever. I mean, Schlep videos is awesome. I don't know how he does all that cool Discord editing. I wish I could, you know, and not just hesitant to speak. Again, with my autism, it's a little difficult, okay? As someone that's been molested by one of his family members, that I'm not giving out his name, okay, even though I accidentally did in the past, but that's no one's business, okay? I know Dumba knows, but I'm keeping this private. This is not okay. Okay? Basically, this one image alone, I think this is enough to give a good example of the Loudcest, okay? The Loudcest is supposed to be this, predatory type of, I don't know how to explain it, okay? Even if they're teens themselves, this is not appropriate. No, Hubert type of humans. What I mean by that, this predatory type of fucking adults. Or older teens, I don't know. That ship the Loud siblings to have sexual intercourse. So, to put this in more detail, this has been going on for years. Of, say, Lincoln and Lucy. They're both brother and sister, right? Lincoln being the middle child, if I recalled. Lucy being a little younger, right? I'm guessing Lucy may be like 19 and Lincoln being 22. I don't know. I'm just guessing based off how the bodies are built or designed. Okay? There has been many types of arts of them having sex, right? And just flirting with each other. I don't want to say if anyone is into incest, please see. I hate saying this word. I don't know if you can, a professional or something, or talk to a close friend about this because it's not normal. You don't want to basically have any type of romance. I don't know how this is not illegal. Or, I mean, I don't know how this is considered legal. Okay? For you to feel interest of your DNA in your family. And reading that, it was a little disturbing, though, because that's what I would see on Deviantart, which is basically an art site that kind of promotes this stuff. And after hearing what's happening in ROBLOX, so I never used it, FYI, to this vid, which I do want to talk about, a porn site that might still be in the dark web. It's not the dark web, but it feels like it, right? And I used it for educational purposes, right? And to build connections with other men. You know, some of them are downright disturbing. I want to. I'll talk about later for the ones who are interested, right? And this Nickelodeon themselves, right? I love Nickelodeon, but the thing, especially with Dan Snyder or whatever, with the foot fetish, it's so just nerve-wracking to me, especially since I did have connections with Nickelodeon. What I mean by that is they liked my drawings. They even come on my videos. It's not as I've been hired, but I've been noticed by them in the past. I do have drawings of the Loud characters and Lincoln Loud himself, because I was a really huge Loud fan in the beginning, right? This is to cope with my childhood trauma. And I would do a lot of drawings just to pass the time, right? And I'm just appalled of how the fandom encouraged this type of behavior. And yes, there are hundreds of these, right? And there are some that are just straight up nudity involved. And I'm not going to be surprised if YouTube will remove this. I'm not sharing this on the other channel because I don't want to risk it. Because YouTube thinks that this is sexual. This is education, for crying out loud, right? I got 2 guideline strikes. I'm trying to get rid of them. Thanks to my viewers that have been really supportive. I did took screenshots randomly throughout the video. But whoever this Deon, I think it's existentialist. I'm a little concerned for you why you did this. Okay, it's cool. It's really cool that you design on them like this. The thing is, though, not in a sexual way. If this is Lincoln talking to a sexy woman, right? That'd be awesome. That is not related to any of his sisters, right? That's what bothers me. You know, I'm just like a little concerned of this because I know the Loud House has many different types of fandoms that I've witnessed, especially the ones that are Dragon Ball Z, which is pretty neat. This is not the type that I support, and it gets really concerning because even though drawing pornographic characters is not legal, now if they're really young, I think it should be. I don't know at this point. Okay, I can't handle it. Okay, I can't imagine being in that position. I've been seeing a few of these, right, and it does kind of concern me. Because I wish that these were different characters instead. And as someone that is on the Gothic side, I'm a little bit shocked at what I've been seeing here, right? Because literally it's supposed to be Lincoln and Lucy's eyes being covered, right? If it was a different woman, I wouldn't have been late. 6 years ago, I know it's since before COVID. It's supposed to be Lana, the tomboy, right? One of the sisters, if I recall, that is literally giving a tongue kiss, making out with Lincoln. This is so disturbing as hell. And ew, does Lincoln like it? Got 2050? Come on. I agree with these nuts. Aha! For 2069-28. Delete this, please. Still doing requests? Oh, Buddha. And that was 6 years ago. Very nice work. Like usual, my friend. Oh my goodness. These people are sick. And I'm going to read this one. Why Lincoln's hair go over his eyes? Is it to match Lucy's hairstyle? Also, this is one of my 2 favorite Louds. Oh my goodness sake. Keon Dramacentra. I don't believe this. And now this is over 6 years ago. Maybe, but at first I thought it was because he's not that good at drawing eyes, but looks like not. This person sounds young, by the way, they're typing. Maybe, yeah, they sound young. Maybe he's just has 2 T's on it. Wanted to give him somewhat of an emo vibe. That is kind of weird, how he makes his tufts. Tufts. I don't know what that word is. And they look like feathers. Well, that's supposed to be his hair. He's not a turkey. It's just his hair is just thick. And yeah, there are boys that would have hair like that in real life. But this is so disturbing. There's just so many of this. Shocking to me. This like ROBLOX. This is basically the drawing ROBLOX version of Deviantart. This is so disturbing. Lincoln is embracing the darkness. See, now these are supposed to be 2 different. Well, I'm not gonna show it. You got to use your imagination because I've watched many of the episodes. Right, Lincoln is in bed, just naked with 3 other girls. 2, well, they're supposed to all grown. Right. I see nothing wrong with this except that his sister Lucy is involved. That is not appropriate. If it's just 2 other women at his school, you know, all grown, I see nothing wrong with it. Because I know they're over 18. The thing is, though, is just that his sister's involved. This will make the ones that are victims similar to me, okay, of incest, thinking that this is normal. It's not normal. I don't get it. You know what? I want to say for people that are into incest, just please keep it to yourself. Just don't be proud about it and tell anyone. Don't. Okay, I can't stop you. Hey, if you consent to it with your brother, whatever. Or, okay, if it's the same sex, fine. But if it's the opposite, no. I don't know. I don't know how to explain at this point. I guess you could say it's the opposite of people thinking being gay is wrong. Well, you know what? Incest is wrong. How about that? Okay? I just don't like this at all because it is encouraged so much. And I would see one. Lucy Lincoln, it's in Spanish, by the way. This also does concern me because even in the speaking community, oh my goodness, this is when before Elijah died. Oh my, Deon, it's been 8 years ago. It's been like this for almost a decade. People have been doing this for almost a decade. I'm shocked. At least people are thinking it's disgusting, right? I know some of these sound young. At least they're aware. Likey, Master Kaink, are you fucking kidding me? And I can tell based off his profile picture, he must be Colombian. Sinceramente, hombre. Are you fucking kidding me? That is not right of you to say that. Lo siento, pero no. It's muy mal of you to say that. Okay, I can tell this person's Colombian. I do wonder why in the Spanish-speaking community they encourage this, right? Deviantart for 9 years. I'm not sure how old this person is, but I know that they're a Spanish speaker. This is not okay. I mean, they're not a horrible person unless they're young. I don't know. I don't know at this point. But this is not right. It's not right at all. Honestly. I wanted to share this as someone that did grow up watching The Loud House, right? I'm so sorry this video may sound a little lame. Again, because I'm poor, I don't have great gadgets, okay? If I had the money for a better MacBook, trust me, I would put more effort because I have fun editing. It's just that this MacBook, it's too much and it takes too long. I just want to get out of the way before midnight. This is not appropriate. Again, it's not. It's not. You know, just seeing the Loud's grown, I see nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty awesome. Hey, this like, Poof from the Fair Appearance. I think he's fucking hot the way because he's supposed to be 20 years old now. He look fine as hell. Pardon my language. I think he's supposed to be gay, which makes it even better. Honestly, I even gave him a little crop top and gave him facial hair to look more like a 20-year-old. If that makes sense, right? But just seeing, let's just say, Lucy and Lincoln being ready to kiss the mistletoe, Lori and Lincoln being kissed. Oh, Buddha forbid. Even his own mother. Unless platonically. And this is by Lincoln with an R. Mistletoe. What the I'm gonna read this in Spanish for anyone that does speak Spanish. Feel free to translate. I mean, I'm because I'm gonna forget it. Oh, not hi, Puffy, I mean Yumi. Oh, Buddha. What the fuck? Their mother and son, you pole shipper. Yeah, it's Loudcest by Andy the Cool Kid. It is. The thing is, though, it's coming off as sexual. That's the problem. So I'm just going through this. I hope everyone's okay with this. I know that my viewers that are on this channel do not mind me talking all the way through because they voted that they would even something to watch all my videos. Greg, Dumbbell, and even Lord, etc. I cannot thank all of you so much for being so supportive on that. And Mason, too. I'm going to read this out loud in Spanish, okay? And this was posted near the end of 2017. I can't believe people have been doing this for years. Since basically my viewers were practically children. It's hard to believe it. Y con este doy... Again, I don't know. I'm basically blanket 33% fluent in Spanish, okay? Doy por la intimidad esta sección. Nada como un beso en la frente de una madre. Será algo inesperado para muchos El menos es más confi de lo que muchos esperarían. Paréntesis, voy a hacerlo de todos modos. Jeje. Okay, and a parenthesis. Bueno, espero les haya gustado esta sesión de modagos. I've never seen some of these Spanish words before. Pueden decir que les gustaron más y cuáles no sin dicen lo que serían el año entrante y con mejor calidad si es posible. And, oh, okay, well, it has English translation. And with this, I end this section. Nothing like a kiss on the forehead of a mother, haha. It would be something unexpected for many. At least it's more comfy than they would expect. Parentheses, I could do it anyway, hee hee. Are you kidding me? Well, I hope you liked it. I didn't. This section of Mongrel, I guess that's probably why I don't know what that is. Can say which they liked more and which not if they want. They would return next year and with better quality possible. Why do people do this? Why? ¿Por qué, hombre? Why? This is not appropriate. It's not appropriate at all. Why does it have to be by their own siblings? Why? I don't get it. It's not appropriate. Other than that, I just wanted to share that because I don't want to make this video too long. This Schlep, Lincoln and Runyan, because they're not related. Also, that little cute intro, that's supposed to be one of the title cards, right? Also, the Raymond, Illinois flag, because, well, that's where one of my amazing viewers is from. And that puzzled freak, Ian Russell, sadly. For anyone that is from there, I want you to be aware of him. Okay? I just wanted us to add something. I think I forgot what else to add. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah. Also, that's supposed to be Luan, the one that's the jokester. She does comedic jokes, right? One of my favorites. That's supposed to be the boy that she liked in school. I would rather see that than basically the Loud siblings sipping or whatever to each other. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's so fucking disturbing. I just wanted to share that. It's so fucking disturbing. Honestly, you know what? Just to make this a little bit bright, I think this is adorable. Deon, let's see, you should be able to download it. So, through, because I made a new account, but I'm not anything. This is to download. And Deon, let's see, you are in the name mark, I think. Okay, 23-minute mark. So the end, this is supposed to be. I'm not sure who's recording this. Oh, Luan, right. So it says here by Lincoln, Luan, I need to record this. Luan. But they look so adorable. En español, Luan, no necesitas grabar esto. I don't know, grabar means recording. Luan, pelos sirvan tan adorables. Right? Simplemente me encanta el capítulo. This is basically Lincoln, Lola, the princess one, right? That likes to dress as a princess. They're having a little bond. Nothing inappropriate of it. Basically, a normal, healthy, and hearty bond that every sibling should have with their own siblings. This is one of my favorite arts. It's so cute, especially Lincoln raising his little eyebrow up. That's adorable. That is adorable. Honestly, I want to see none of that shit. Pardon my language. I don't. And if this does go viral, I can react to more Loudcest. This is for more awareness of this. Because for the ones that encourage this, especially when it's sexual, they should get their accounts deleted. I don't like it. Or get them reported. Just get their profiles taken down. Honestly, that's all I wanted to share. But thank you all so much for just hearing me out on this. And yes, I do have another channel. I do have the URL. But of course, one of my viewers can share if they want. And I did have a pretty decent day of the live stream. I know that this channel may not get much attention at a fast rate as other channels, but I'm doing the best I can. And the only way I can get heard more is to keep commenting on more videos. That's all I can do. So, I just want to share that. Oh, Dan, that's right, because Patrick, he did found your You found me on both channels, so I will be commenting a lot on the other one, the main one, and then doing my live streams and uploading on this one. That way I'll keep channels separated for the meantime. Also, one more thing, I'm just looking up one of these other drawings. It's by whoever the Julie Julex 93 is. I don't know why you're doing this. It's supposed to be grown up Lincoln and Lola, right? They're blushing of each other. This is not appropriate. It's not. If they're not related, again, I'm fine with that. But this is not appropriate. Like, please stop encouraging this. Please. As someone that is a victim of incest, of molestation, okay? Do not encourage this. Because what if the younger ones will see this? They're going to think this is normal. It is not normal. Not normal, I tell you. No. This is not normal. And you know what? I might add one more. I think it's supposed to be an older woman that Lincoln liked. Totally not appropriate. She looked like she could be 16. He's supposed to be 11, right? No, not a... I don't know how the fuck old... I know she's an older teen. This is not right. This is not right. Make everyone his age. And, of course, no, nothing, well, sexual. Just romantic? I don't know. Okay, I don't know how... I'm so glad I left. One day before I end this, I did watch an episode of Loud House. I did. I almost didn't want to, but it's supposed to be about Albert, which is Lincoln's grandfather, because he reminded me of my grandfather before he passed. That's one of my favorite episodes. It was so adorable because it was just Lincoln and his grandfather. No other Loud characters. And of course, he is the main character. That's why you see his little face or head. With his, I guess you could say, turkey hair in the title cards. Enough said.